All within 1 week, 2 different cyclists on 2 different occasions lost their lives while crossing the Houston Metro train line. Today, we'll visit one of those intersections with 2 different cyclists and hear about the dangers of crossing this intersection and riding the streets of Houston.
I work for Bike Houston and I'm the communications manager. Well, this intersection poses a lot of challenges because you don't only have to get through through 2 lanes of actual car traffic, you have to get through 2 actual trains, 2 rail trains.
This intersection is very tricky in the sense that the pedestrian and by default the cyclist who becomes a pedestrian here is asked to stop at 3 lights.
You have to make sure that you have a lot of patience because the crosswalk takes a little bit of time in order to allow you to cross through.
I timed the whole progression crossing here from Herman Park over to Rice, and because at the time 2 trains also used the interchange, it took me 5 minutes and 33 seconds to cross on foot.
It's important to take a look at these types of intersections because even though we do want to make sure that everybody follows the protocol of crossing, the time that it takes, it really will make a person impatient, which will allow for those human errors where they'll just go ahead and take the risk and walk in order to get through because it does take quite a bit of time. So just be patient on this intersection. Make sure that you're alert. Make sure that you are looking both ways.
I do think that the city has to find some ways through promotion to create awareness of vulnerable road users, cyclists and pedestrians, and that they have every right to be here, and that cycling and walking adds to the quality of life of a city.
One of the things that we do is try to figure out where we can probably get safer space for cyclists in order to move around the city a little better, work on connectivity between trails and street and also on-street bikeways in order for cyclists to have a space on the street, be able to ride and feel safe and get home.
Well, on the positive side, there is definitely more use of bicycles for transportation and recreation. That's definitely a big shift from when I first started. Then there is definitely some infrastructure. What has not changed is the general attitude of the public that actually with the increase of density and traffic here in Houston has gotten worse over the years. Drivers are more aggressive, less tolerant to cyclists than years ago. So there is definitely good development, but you know, also there are some more negative sides to it. Enforcement of the existing laws, such as the 3 feet safe distance passing law and safe turn law is definitely another venue to pursue, and enforcement and punishment of when accidents happen. Too often it's just assumed that the cyclist has done something wrong, or you know, if you cycle here in Houston, it's your own risk.
To find out about Bike Houston, you can go to bikehouston.org. We're a nonprofit organization here in Houston. Houston's advocacy for cyclists. So go to bikehouston.org. If you want to become a member, and support what we're doing.